Hello, I'm Vivian Jenkins, co-author with Chrissy Lewis of the Sunrise Readers. We thought it might be helpful for teachers and possibly parents if we put a few short video clips together to support you in the teaching of reading. And we thought we would start off today with pronunciation of letter sounds. And so just a little bit of a background. Our approach to teaching reading using the Sunrise Readers is eclectic or holistic, and that means that we don't rely on one approach only or another. We put them together, and so we rely very strongly on the teaching of letter sounds, which is phonics, and using sight words to kickstart the reading. So the teaching of letter sounds is absolutely essential. In most nations and countries, the Ministry of Education has a curriculum which lays out systematically how to teach the letter sounds, the phonics. If your country doesn't have one, there are lots of excellent systems online, and in our teacher's manual, which is available, we have a list of the phonic sounds that should be taught as well. So today I just wanted to go over the teaching of letter sounds, and it's more difficult than you would expect, because from one language to another, the vowels in particular sound differently. And because the Sunrise Readers are in English and you're teaching your children to read English through the Sunrise Readers, we have to get the pronunciation of the vowels in particular correct. And so, as you know, we teach the children that there's a family of letters called the alphabet, and there are 26 letters in that family, and each letter has a name, and we teach them with songs. You all know A, B, C, D, all of these songs. We make the learning of the names of the letter fun. But more importantly is the sound that each letter says, because that's what helps us to learn to read. Learning that it's A doesn't actually help a child to read. So they have to know the sounds of the letters. And we make sure that they understand that. So we would present the children with lots of, alphabet charts and cards around the classroom, and they would recognize capital and lowercase A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They would learn to chant and sing that. But from the beginning of school, in the first year of teaching reading, we would start with teaching them the sounds of the letters as well. And so today I'm just going to go over particularly the way we would say the sounds of the vowels in English, so that we can get it right. Now, I also want to give a little bit of coaching in the way that we use the consonants, because a lot of people don't say them correctly. Right, so the vowels, we have A, E, I, A. And in your alphabet charts, you will probably have A with an apple, E with an egg, I with an insect, A with an orange, and A with an umbrella, something that will remind the children of how to say that letter. And so then, would you like to practice with me? I'll say it and then pause so that you can say it. So it's A, E, I, A. Now, when we teach the children the consonants, a common error is to say extra letters after the consonant. For example, instead of softly saying B, B, people say ba. Instead of saying k, k, they say ka. And so they're teaching the children ba, ka, da, instead of teaching the children the letter sound, which would be b, b, not ba, b, b, k, d, d, and then of course e, f, g, not ga. Okay, so do you get it? Would you like to say the letters through with me? First of all, let's do the vowels. A, E, I, A. Well done. Well done. Let's just do the short vowel sounds again. A, E, I, A, A. Very good. And just a reminder that if you put the short vowel sounds with a picture, an appropriate picture, it'll help the children tremendously. And so we find a relevant picture to our country. A for apple, E for egg or elephant, I for insect, impala, whatever's relevant. A lot of alphabet charts from overseas have got igloo, which is an Eskimo icy house, not very relevant. And then for orange is easy, ostrich, whatever's relevant. A lot of charts have an octopus, which unless your country's at the ocean, not very relevant. And then for umbrella. Use the pictures. Then as you go through the consonants, just a last reminder not to add a sound after the letter. Remember ba, ka, da, etc. Just the sound of the letter b, 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 k, d, etc. P, f. And when you get to the Q, in English we always have a U after the Q, so it says a qua, qua, qua sound. The X may be a challenge, it says ks. That's how we say it. And the last letter of the alphabet in English, we don't say Z, we say Z, is obviously a Z sound. So really, best wishes as you teach the sounds, the letter sounds. I do just want to make one point that in the Sunrise Readers, when we are giving little exercises at the end of the stories, we do ask the children to recognize a symbol for short vowels. And you see it's got like a little cup or a little crown to indicate that that is a short vowel. And you see it quite clearly there, with a little short sound, And here's the igloo I mentioned, and the octopus that I mentioned, and the umbrella with a little short sound over the vowel. So it's useful for you to know that we use that. And when we want to talk about the long sound, which is the name of the letters, but it's the long sound, obviously A, and please notice the little line at the top. There's a dash at the top. So that's a symbol that we use in the Sunrise Readers when we talk to the children about how to say the sounds. So the long sound of A is A, as in grapes, as you can see it, and so forth. I did really want to mention those symbols to you because they are very important. Now, a last point is listening into the sounds. One of the short vowel sounds that I think in many languages the trickiest one is the short I sound. And you will find it, for example, in English we say sit. Sit. In other words, saying to a person, please sit on the chair. Sit. And it's the I sound, sit. Many times our ear doesn't hear the I properly and we say seat. So seat on that chair, please. So try to make sure that the children get the I sound right. That is one I wanted to highlight. And kid, for example, not kid, kid, kid. It's the I sound. That's the trickiest one of all. I don't know if you agree with me. Maybe it isn't in your part of Africa, but in many parts that I have encountered, that short vowel sound is the one that your children will struggle the most with. So I hope this has been helpful, and we wish you the very best in teaching reading and especially in teaching the children the sounds, which is the fundamental building block of learning to read. Thank you for your work with the children. You are incredibly valuable and important. God bless.